An Open Championship has come and gone. Let's talk about it, guys. As you know, earlier this week I made my Open Championship preview video. I had some things right and I had some things wrong there. Obviously I'm not going to bat 1,000% on these predictions here. But wow, Xander Schauffele is your 2024 Open Champion Golfer of the Year at Royal Troon. Fires in a 6 under 65 here on Sunday and plays one of the best rounds of golf I think I've witnessed, and the back nine of perfection at Troon. Man, what a golf tournament. My prediction before the year, I had two guys before this week that I had win, that I felt most comfortable in. Colin Morikawa was one of them, and Rory McIlroy was the other one. Neither got them really contended, and Morikawa finished 2 over. We'll talk about Rory in a little bit. Well, first, let's talk about Sunday, because obviously that's what just happened. That's what's fresh on your mind. Sunday, man, we had a really great leaderboard. I fell in love with the leaderboard after Saturday, man. The final group, Billy Horschel and Tristan Lawrence. Shout out Tristan Lawrence, man. Didn't really know who you really were before this week, and really got his name out there. The second to last group was Russell Henley and Sam Burns. Sam Burns, what a day for him. And then the third to last group was really the headline group that made the most noise. It was Justin Rose and your champion, Xander Schauffele. So let's talk about it. Obviously, we got to start on Saturday before we talk about Sunday, because Saturday was the day out of the 4 days. I think Saturday was probably the one that got the most headlines. That was probably the most entertaining, and it was because of the weather. The Open Championship is really, the course is going to play tough. It's regardless, but the scores could be lower or higher based on the weather always, and the weather really determines the Open Championship of how tough it's going to be. And we saw Saturday maybe be the hardest it's ever been. 20 mile per hour, 30 mile per hour winds. And then pouring rain, and when you switch onto that back nine on Saturday, you're going into the breeze, into the rain, and it became impossible. We saw Scottie Scheffler, Dustin Johnson, Justin Rose say that was the hardest 9 holes really they've ever played, hitting 2 guys. I think it was Lowry and Brown both hit drivers into the par 3 17th on Saturday. We saw a lot of 3-woods in the par 4s coming up short, 2 irons. It was really fun to watch, and we saw a couple guys shoot under par on that Saturday. It was the toughest day. One of them was Xander Schauffele. Another one was Billy Horschel. Look, Billy Horschel, man, finishes with a T2, 7 under, 3 under round today. Made really 2 mistakes. 10 hit a bad tee shot, and 8 hit the postage stamp. We can talk about that too. Hit one into that bunker and missed a real short putt there. But a great week for Billy Horschel, a guy who's won the FedEx Cup, has won tournaments, but has not played good in majors in his career. This is only his 3rd top 10, his best finish ever at a major at age 37. It's good to see he still has some left in the tank. Did I like the cardigan play from him this week on Sunday? I didn't like the cardigan play, but I did like when he was rocking that backwards hat on Saturday. He played really well. His putting is interesting. He's a little fidgety, but it was good to see him compete, man, and really put up a really good performance in the Tide too. Another guy, Justin Rose. Again, Rosie had a really good Friday, and then yesterday had to survive like pretty much every other player did. Shot 2 over yesterday. Today, being in that third to last group with Schauffele, the 2 gold medalists, which the next video I'm going to make is about Olympic golf. Xander and Justin Rose had to go at it, and Rosie was great today, man. Didn't make really any mistakes. Made 1 bogey after, I think he hit, was it on 14? That was pretty much, is it 14 or 13? One of them he got, it was a big change. Xander started going on his run there. Justin makes a bogey there, but he played really well. He was fiery all week, making big par putts on Saturday. He got hype on. Made a couple birdies on that front nine. We thought Justin Rose is going to be in contention and maybe even win this Open Championship. But a guy who had to qualify, a guy who's won his major 11 years ago, And if you told me some people from the European Ryder Cup team would be competing to win this, and one would be T2, Justin Rose would not have been on my top. Maybe he might have been the last guy on that team that I really would have thought about that. But he played really well at age 43, 25 years since his Open debut. A really good tournament for Justin Rose. Obviously, he didn't win, but it was good to see Rosie back in the competition to win in a place where he got T2 and was really going down the stretch with Xander there. And yeah, he still shows that he has it in Ryder Cup in 2 years. And Bethpage, he's going to be a name which maybe he won't be on the team, or will he, or maybe captaincy, or at least a vice captain. We'll see, but Rose still has the game, and he's fiery as always. Your leader after 36 was Shane Lowry, the Irishman. He played an amazing first 2 days. Obviously, he fired in a 5-under first round, fired up with a 2-under second round, and Shane Lowry was the guy going into the weekend. We thought he was paired up with Daniel Brown, a guy who had never been in the major before, was smoking cigs all day, a real guy who came out of nowhere and got C10. He'll be in next year's Open, which is good to see. But we thought Shane Lowry, maybe this is going to be Shane Lowry's tournament. Maybe he's going to be a 2-time major champ, and he's going to go to try to defend this Open Championship in Portrush. I was thinking that the place he won before. But yesterday got the best of him. Played a good front nine. He was at 8-under at one point. The Posh's stamp got him. He doubled it. And then really the brakes fell off. Shot 40 on the back on Saturday. Good round of 68 today, but it wasn't enough. He gets a solo 6 for Shane Lowry. A really good week for Shane. Obviously, I keep my golf rankings every day, which I'm going to try to put them in the description. I've been forgetting to do that. You can go check it out if you want. Shane Lowry's in my 15th spot there. Moved up quite a bit, but a really good week from Shane. Obviously, the Saturday hurt his chances, but gets a 6th, and he's got to take some positive away. I think he's just got to control his emotions a little bit. He got very angry on Saturday. Russell Henley, solo 5th, man. A guy who just he might have led the field in greens and regulation this week, and he's a good putter. But when he doesn't hit as far, he had a lot of longer irons and he was just having 40-foot, 50-foot, 30-foot birdie putts. He wasn't really giving himself a lot of good looks, and that's what hurt. He played well. I don't even think he made a bogey today. Shot 2-under, and a solo 5th for Russell Henley. He's actually 25th ranked in my golf rankings right now because he's just been really good. I think that's 2 top 10s in majors for Russell Henley this year. Underrated. I think he's a guy who could be on the President's Cup team. But let's talk about your winner. The first person to win 2 majors in 1 year since 2018, Brooks Koepka. The first he's matched Scotty's 2, John Rahm's 2, and Xander Schauffele is now a 2-time major winner. He's won the Open. He won the PGA earlier this year, won 2 in 1 year, and he is now my number 1 ranked golfer in the world. Look, I think the monkey got off his back after that PGA Championship win in Valhalla. I think it opened the floodgates for him. I think you saw him today, how comfortable he was. He did make it look easy. They were saying that on the broadcast. The shot on 16 over the bunker, the par 3 14th he hits to 15 feet, makes the putt. He was comfortable out there all day and just making things look easy. I said I didn't think the win would be at 9th. I thought it was going to be 6 or 7 after Saturday. It wasn't as tough conditions today, but I mean, Xander shot 3 under the back, 4 under on the back. No bogeys today, and was stress-free coming down the home end there. He talked about how it did make him feel calmer, that he was comfortable with coming down the stretch and knowing how to close out a major championship. Felt good, and man, he parred the first 5, was waiting for something to get going, and then he goes and birdies 7 the short par 4, birdies he missed the post there. He birdies 6 and 7 the par 5 and the par and then 7 the short par 4. Played really well, and back 9 obviously he didn't really make any mistakes out there. 11 was probably the shot of the tournament, or shot for him of the day. Out of the thick grass, or whatever you call that. I can't remember what do they call it. What do they call the stuff that you hit out there? I I don't know, out of the freaking shrub. Oh my god, I can't remember what they call it. Anyways, they out of the long grass and hits it to 2 feet, makes a putt, only birdie all day in 11. And yeah, Xander Schauffele is a 2-time major winner. He's been the #1 player in the world. The Player of the Year competition will be interesting if Scotty goes on and wins the FedEx Cup and goes on and wins 7 tournaments and 1 major versus Sanders, maybe 2 majors and no other tournaments. It'll be tough to say who's the better player, but a great year from Xander. There's now 5 guys in the 2020s to win multiple majors. You have John Rahm winning a U.S. Open and a Masters, Scotty with 2 Masters, Morikawa with an Open and a PGA, yeah, and Bryson with 2 U.S. Opens, and now Schauffele with a PGA and an Open. That's really impressive from Xander. He's coming up one of the best players of this new era, the 2020s, and I think there's many more to come. He looked like he's hit his stride. He's got a great team. Austin is caddy. They're boys. He seems like he kind of stays out of the way, but he helps him read putts. He played really, really well today, and really all week. Shooting 2 under on Saturday in those conditions is just super impressive. And today was flawless golf. Shot the round of the day. Let's talk about some other guys. We just touched on Xander. Shout out to Xander, obviously. I'm happy for Xander. I didn't want a Tristan Lawrence or Daniel Brown. Or even, I'm going to be honest, or Billy Horsch or Russell Henley. It was because I felt like it was a waste. I hate the one-time major winner or an older guy who just is out of nowhere. We saw that with Brian Harman. I feel like it's a waste. I don't think he's going to win another major. So I don't know. I don't mind Billy Horsch. I didn't need him to win, to be honest. It kind of just feels like a waste. But happy for Xander, and I think he's many more to come. I think he's really in a good spot right now, and he makes things look so easy. John Rahm, good week this week, best week of the year for John Rahm. Obviously didn't play in the U.S. Open, but played really well. Moved up in my rankings. He's been amazing. Sung Jae kind of comes out of nowhere and gets a top 10. Surprised he wasn't in the Olympic team for South Korea, but I think it's Tom Kim and Ben Hanan. But Sung Jae, man, might be the best one out of the South Koreans. Another good week. Surprised about Scotty. Man, I think he was he might have been the favorite. He was the second best odds after Friday to win behind Lowry. Then the second best odds coming into the day behind Schauffele. Didn't have his stuff. His putting was, I'm going to say it, terrible. His putting was terrible these last 2 days. I think he just lost all focus on the greens. He missed a couple. He obviously 3-putted. I don't remember what hole he 3-putted, but he 3-putted doubled. Was it 9, I think? He 3-putt doubled. Really put him out of the tournament from there. That 18 shot was wild. That was a double. He had 2 doubles today. It was a putter, though. I mean, when you're putting like that, you're hitting great shots. You're ball striking amazingly, hitting fairways, hitting greens, and you can't make birdies. It starts to get annoying, and you start pressing, trying to get super close. He started messing up a little bit on his iron shots, and obviously 18 hit a crazy tee shot, pretty much topped it. I don't even know what that was, but still a good week. Look, I think Tiger said it, was if Scotty puts bad, he can still get top 10. If he puts good, he'll contend to win. If he puts if he puts average, he contends to win. If he puts good, he wins. If he puts great, he blows everyone out. This week he put terrible and was T7. So I'm not worried about Scotty, but we see when he doesn't win, it's because of his putter. So and you got Alexander now, who has all the confidence in the world to win majors now, and that's gonna be scary. I mean, I think Scotty's so good, but he's not. He's my number 2 right now. Matthew Jordan gets in another Open. Adam Scott playing really good these last 2 weeks, top 10. And shout out Daniel Brown. Was a fun story the first 2 days. Kind of fell off the last 2 days. Could have been in the final group if he just bogeys 18 yesterday. He doubles it. Was kind of hidden in that Scotty group, and ended up shooting 3 over today. Some other guys that were notable this week. I'm going to try to go home and making that putt on Friday to make the cut. I thought that was electric. People were hating on that. No, I appreciate it. He sees how much it means to him to go play on the weekend in an Open Championship. Didn't have his best stuff today, but it was cool to see. It was cool to see Max Homa get fiery there. Man, Sam Burns shot 80 today, and it wasn't tough conditions. He was in the second to last group and shot 80. That's a tough day for Sam Burns. Shot 9 over today. Kind of just like, what, he shot 9? He shot 9. I'm pretty sure Sam Burns shot 9 over. Am I dumb? He definitely did shoot 9 over. I can't find him, though. Maybe he shot, I don't even know. Yeah, he shot, 9 over. 6 over finished for Sam Burns. Wasn't ready. Brooks Koepka made the cut. Had a bad Saturday, but don't blame there. Ended up T43. Robbie Mack in his home country just didn't have his stuff coming off trying to defend, but it's tough when you have one of those weeks where you're so hype, and then tough one for you there. And then kind of some guys that didn't make the cut, obviously. Tiger Woods, I'm wearing a Sunday red hat, but yeah, it sucks. It sucks watching Tiger. He looked better physically, and maybe he can get to that point because he won't be playing for now a couple months. I don't know when it actually is the next time he's playing, but for Tiger, I think if he can get his body healthy, obviously that's his main priority. But when he's doing that, making his body healthy means he's not walking and playing golf because that's a lot of stress on the body. But if he's not playing tournaments, he's not getting reps, his game's not going to be sharp. So he's kind of in a tough situation where he can either try to play more tournaments and risk his getting injured easier, or not playing like he did this year, play 5 tournaments and be shitty in all of them except 2 days, and he made the cut the Masters. So he's in a tough predicament here. I think he can get back to a level where he can at least be, not maybe a guy wins a major, but at least be relevant enough to make cuts. But we'll see. I want him to get back to where he's Tiger Woods, but at this point it's probably not going to happen. But I will say he looked better physically. Maybe the game can get there. Obviously, another big story was Rory McIlroy. I don't know this. I mean, I thought he was my pick to win, and I thought it was kind of like writing in the stars. You know, had a good week last week at the Scottish, coming off a heartbreaker. I thought he was in a good mindset. Played terrible. I think he shot 7 over the first day, 5 over the second day, missed the cut, not really close to making it. Tough for Rory. Going to take some weeks off. I think he's playing the Olympics for Ireland, which is kind of interesting. He's playing for Ireland and not the UK. Oh, Great Britain. No, Great Britain. I kind of watched a video actually kind of explaining it, but he's playing for Ireland. So we'll see him in the Olympics, which will be fun. Maybe he can get a gold medal and get his confidence back. I think that's what Roy's kind of lacking right now. No, anyone else interesting? I mean, Wyndham Clark sucks now, I guess. I dropped him to 18th in my rankings. Like, when's the point where I'm taking Wyndham Clark out? He's playing in the Olympics for U.S. Not going to comment on that. Just very interesting that's how the system works, where it's world off ranking points when he's clearly not a top 4 American at all. Like, he was 16 over through 2 days. And someone shot 90. This Japanese dude shot 90. We can talk about the course a little bit before we get out of here. I thought Troon looked really cool. I mean, watching that was like, I want to go play Troon so badly. Like, more than watching number 2, more than watching Valhalla, I wanted to play Troon. Troon looked super good, cool. Obviously, the front 9 was cool, but the back 9, man, going... You know, if it's tough, easy weather, it's so tough, it's long. You got the hard par 3s, you got the pot bunkers, the fescue, that was what I'm looking for. And number 8, obviously, is one of the coolest holes in all of golf. I guess you don't know, but it's called the postage stamp. They said that a lot, but obviously, it's like a 100-yard hole. Today, it played 100 yards, but people hit the green 50% of the time. It's such a narrow green, the coffin bunker on the left. Troon played hard. It was going to be hard to know what the scoring was going to be because we saw such outliers last year. Last time they played it with Stenson and Mickelson. This year, played tough. Saturday was insane. And then today, it was easier, a good Sunday, and Schauffele ran away with it. Luke Donald in the booth thought was good. NBC, obviously, I like CBS's coverage better, but NBC was good. And it's nothing like seeing those yellow scoreboards for the Open. It's my second favorite major behind Augusta, and it's so good waking up early in the morning on Thursday, Friday, and in the weekend you wake up just a little later. I woke up at like 7:50 the first 2 days, and 8 o'clock, and then 8:30 yesterday, and like 8:45 today, and just watch golf until what time is it now? Let's see, I don't even know what time it is. It's 3:20, so it finished like an hour ago, or about an hour ago. And yeah, it was a great major. I thought all 4 majors this year was fun. I would say the best 2 were probably the PGA and US Open. They had the best finishes, but this was super fun. Saturday was great. The Masters, Sunday was kind of boring for the Masters, but overall, a great major season of golf. And now the Olympics is coming up. It's obviously not the best tournament because you only got 4 Americans in it, which really limits the field, but you got pretty much every other best player in the world's in it. I think the favorite's Schauffele. I mean, he's my favorite. I think he's got to be the pick to win. Coming off trying to defend his gold, he's got to be the favorite. Obviously, Scotty, Rory, Rahm, Morikawa. Those are probably the best players in this, but you still have Min Woo from Australia, or Victor Hovland, or Bob McIntyre, Shane Lowry, Hideki Matsuyama, Tom Kim, big names in this tournament. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be real fun. I'm excited for it. In 2 weeks in Paris, should be fun. And I think my next video will be an Olympic video. We'll see. Thanks for watching, guys. Another great Open Championship, and next year Royal Point Rush. We'll see if Schauffele will be a more time major champion. But yeah, good tournament, and excited for more tournaments to come, the playoffs coming up, and yeah, the next big tournament, Olympics, in 2 weeks. Shout out Xander Schauffele. Thanks for watching. Peace.